I have to go connect with the shoulder and neck point. So this is a new line because you cannot use the original one. This is my new neckline. So right now I will be able to separate the collar and the bodice. All this part is my bodice. The tailored collar technique is finished, but before tracing out the pattern piece, we're going to do a verification. So the verification is to see if when the collar is going to be sewn onto the real bodice, if it's going to fall at the right place on my back. Front is going to be exactly like what I designed, but let's check for the back. For that, we need 3 measurements. We need the width of the collar at the center back. So my collar is right now 10 centimeters. That's the width, the total width of my collar. I need the total width of the collar at the shoulder, from shoulder point to there. I have here 10.4 from neck and shoulder, the edge of the collar. And I need the falling part. This part here is going to be falling on the back. So this measurement is 11.8. And with these measurements that are my shoulder level, center back, and fall. So 3 measurements, and I'm going to go check on my back bodice. So this is the center of my back bodice. You know the way a collar works. It's sewn at the neck. It goes up and then it falls back down, right? So my stand collar was 2.5 centimeters. 2.5 up, 2.5 down, and the rest of my measurement, I'm going to measure it on my center back. So 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5. I put my ruler neck point at 5. My measurement on center back was 10, so here's my fall. Collar should fall pretty to there after rolling. Same thing at the shoulder. Your stand collar goes up, goes back down, and the rest is going to fall on the shoulder. So I put again my ruler at 5 at the neck point, and at the shoulder the width of the collar was at 10.4, so I do a little mark there. Now I'm going to check the complete measurement of the fall. This is what I need. So here I measure, and I need 14.2. This is what I call doing the proof. So I need 14.2. I go on the other side, on my front, I have 11.8. So what you're doing is you subtract the front from the back measurement. 14.2 minus 11.8, and you get the 4. No, you don't get 4. You get 2.4 centimeters. That's telling you that your fall here is not big enough. So what we'll do is we will slash and open the pattern to the right measurement. Usually the opening should be around 1 centimeter, not more than that. But 1 or 1.2 should be okay. So I'm going to make 2 openings of 1.2 each one. 2 openings. So if I know I'm going to do 2 openings in this area, I'm going to divide pretty much in 3 sections. So that gives me section of about 2.5 centimeters. You don't have to be 100% accurate here because there's no style line. It's only to open the collar. It won't show. It's not part of the style. It's part of the fall. So after you did that, you're going to slash on these two lines. And to make sure my plan is staying flat, I'm going to slash on the other side too. And do a little diagonal slit on my paper until the same point, but it's still attached and I could open it, keeping my plan flat. Very important. Alright, so now that your slashing are done, you should place a little bit of paper under and measure your openings. So we said 2 openings of 1.1. So I'm already going to glue the main part of my plan. I'm going to make a little mark at 1.2 before gluing the second part. And then measuring my 1.2 again and gluing the last part. So what you have left to do is correct the line as soft as possible. And now your tailored collar is really finished. Put a little more right here. Okay, so now for the pattern piece, we'll talk about the notches you need. You need not too many notches, just a little. You always should, I'm closing my bottom front right now, you're going to need a notch to indicate the front. You're going to need a notch at the breaking point. You're going to need a notch where the collar meet with the lapel, on the lapel and the bodice. So right there, on the lapel and the bodice, not on the collar piece. On the collar now, you're going to need a notch at the shoulder. So those are the notch you need for the tailored collar. The rest of the notches, as usual, your armhole, your darts for sure. Shoulder, we don't need anymore. Okay, now the tracing of the piece. Tailored collar needs to have a facing because the part that you see on your bodice, the part that you see is the facing. It's rolling and it's the inside piece that is showing, so you do need a facing. So I will trace my facing here on my plan. When you do a facing, good measurement is 5 centimeters, but if you do have an overlap, it's the overlap plus 5 centimeters. So my facing is starting from the overlap and it's going all the way up to 5 cm further. And then same thing at the shoulder. 5 centimeters is a good measurement to remember. You connect your line as soft as possible. That's your facing line. The last thing before we put more paper and trace the pattern piece is the little excess we have to put on the lapel and on the collar. Because they are rolling, the top part of